You're listening to the New York Sports Show, the #1 all New York sports podcast. Hosted by Dominic Konareski.
Hello and welcome to the New York Sports Show, your #1 all New York sport podcast. I'm your host, Dominic Konareski. On the line, we have one of the top prospects in the Chicago Cubs organization, outfielder Brennen Davis. Brennen, hello and welcome to the NYSS.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, folks, it's a true honor to have Brennen on. Now, Brennen, right now you're in Double-A Tennessee. How does it feel to be playing some Double-A baseball?
It's been awesome. I'm really happy to be around this group of guys, a little more experienced group, and it's been a great experience so far.
Yeah, 100% having a very solid season so far. No doubt about that. Performing very well. I don't know if you know, but right now you are the 45th top prospect. Out of all minor leaguers, you rank in the top 100. How does that make you feel, not only in your heart, but also going out on the field knowing that you are one of the best?
I mean, it's an honor to be thought highly of, but honestly, my goal is to be a big leaguer, not a prospect, so the rankings don't really mean much to me.
Yeah, and speaking of big leagues, as of now, you are projected to come up in 2022. Does that really make you increase your game trying to get up before next season, or are you just taking it game by game?
Just taking it game by game, really trying to stay where my feet are and not think of anything past where I am right now.
Okay, and speaking of the past, not too long ago, you hit your first career Double-A home run. How did it feel watching the ball go into the seats?
It was awesome. It was really I mean, whenever you hit a home run, it's a good feeling. But to hit my first Double-A home run, it was
yeah, you know,
I wouldn't say like a pressure off your back, but it's always nice to get your first out of the way.
Yeah, a true career milestone. No doubt about that, folks. Now, overall, going to the draft, it drafted 62nd overall by the Chicago Cubs. But if you go back a few years, back to 2017, you led the Basha High School State 6A basketball team to a championship. What made you go from really playing basketball to playing now in the MLB, essentially, MILB, having the chance to play in the MLB in the upcoming future?
Yeah, I mean, I really loved both sports growing up, but it was ultimately going to come down to whatever sport I saw myself going further in, and baseball ended up opening the doors, and here I am.
Yeah. Now, so staying on the whole draft day topic, how did it feel hearing your name called, getting that notice that you were just drafted by the Chicago Cubs, one of the top teams in baseball, a very well-known team, a team that's been around for decades?
Yeah, I mean, it was unbelievable. I love playing for this organization and the historic Chicago Cubs, the friendly confines.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing better. You dream about this growing up as a kid.
Yeah, you know, I can't imagine that. Must be just a surreal feeling. Now, we're kind of midway in this 2021 season. How would you say you are on reaching your goals? Did you set any goals for yourself, first of all, before the whole baseball season started?
Yeah, I definitely set my goals, and I mean, to say that, like to say that I've reached them all isn't 100% because the season's not over, and it's hard to base your season off on like middle way points of the year because it's kind of an overall thing. If we're going off of numbers or where you wanted to be at, but a general feel-wise, I definitely feel like I'm in a good spot to succeed this year.
Yeah, 100%. Looking at the stats, you know, whether you're doing a lot, you succeed and made it to where a lot of baseball players don't even get to their in their career. So you've already done a lot more than what other ball players could say that they've done. Now, overall, stolen base-wise, you have a decent amount of stolen bases to your name. Would you consider yourself a threat when you're on the base to try to grab second or even third?
Yeah, I definitely consider myself a base stealer. I'm always looking to take an extra 90.
Now, when it comes to other teams and other ball players in general, would you say that you have any rivalries with any teams or any baseball players?
I think I'm too early in my career to have rivalries.
Yeah?
They're all just minor leaguers trying to get to the same place. They're all trying to get to the big leagues.
Yeah, 100%. You know, all trying to get to the same major league ballpark, folks. Now, just one more question. You have done so much in your career. How does it just feel, just though knowing that that you've made it this far, up to this point at least, doing what a lot of people dream of, or you are living a lot of baseball players' dream. How does that make you feel, just knowing that you're one of the best right now? Like I said, top 100 prospects, one of the top Chicago Cubs prospects. Does it make you just think to yourself one day, hey, you know, I'm Brennen Davis, I'm one of the best, or do you just go out on the field and play?
I mean, it's definitely surreal. I'm very blessed to be where I'm at, but I mean, I'm not satisfied.
Yeah.
It's hard to say that I'm happy where I am when I know that I want to be much higher. You know.
Yeah.
It's about setting your goals high and not stopping till you get there. So being satisfied where I am would just be a detriment to my career. But I am happy with all that I've accomplished thus far.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear that you're happy, and of course, you know, you always got to set goals no matter what. Even if you feel like you've done enough, there's always gonna be just another goal out there, and that's what makes someone a better ball player too. So I think you answered that question perfectly. Now, before we go, what do you have to say to the Chicago Cubs for giving you a chance and really making you the superstar that you are right now?
I'd just like to say thank you for everything that they've done, and I've continued to tell the people that have helped me along the way with my hitting and my mental approach and all the intricacies that go into baseball, that I'm very appreciative for everything that everybody's done for me. Because I mean, nobody gets there on their own. There's always having somebody in your corner.
Yeah. Well, folks, keep your eye out for this guy, Brennen Davis. He is going places. Expect to see him in the MLB Philly soon. One of the top prospects out there right now. Brennen, thank you for joining us here on the NYSS, folks. Once again, this is Chicago Cubs prospect, Tennessee Smokies outfielder, Brennen Davis. Brennen, thank you.